Shout out to my man Harley, dude. The main one, my guy. We were ex teammates, man. Harley, our the video yesterday I did. I was hammered.
No problem.
I was
And my mic is horrible.
I was hammered, so we couldn't do it. But we're back, and the Houston Texans still give us more content. The Houston Texans now are facing a possibility of not having the franchise Deshaun Watson. If you guys are living under a rock, Deshaun Watson has officially requested a trade, and apparently this was requested weeks ago.
Yeah. Yes. Not
And,
good.
and if you pay attention to Patrick Storm, which you all should, shout out to him and the Texas Unfiltered team. Um, he said on one of the podcasts that this this has been one of the worst things we've ever done, and now it's come to fruition. It looks like we are going to be having a new starting quarterback next year. But here's the thing, though, because now we could play this where we're gonna send them to. My first reaction to the trade was a couple last week. I really had a down day. The thought of trading Deshaun Watson. I think I told you, hey, bro, I had a rough day just thinking about Deshaun Watson's trade because to get not to get sentimental here, but I think he's spectacular. Um, I remember when he got drafted, I was working at the YMCA. I was in the weight room. I was just watching. I wasn't paying attention. The guy dropped the weight on his foot. I didn't care. As soon as I saw the Texans trade up, I said it's Deshaun Watson. And then in his rookie game against the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, when he steps left against Chris Jones and
Oof.
rockets it to Will Fuller, dude, I cried. Like I legit cried. And my dad and my girlfriend were like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, "You guys really don't understand. We have been garbage. Everything until 2002 has been nothing." And I see this guy bringing us a Super Bowl. I said many times, it's not a matter of if he brings a Super Bowl, it's a matter of when. And now we're at the point where we're just gonna have to go on without Deshaun Watson.
Oof. That's a bitter taste in my mouth too. I did the video earlier today about Deshaun Watson
It
requesting
hurts,
his
man.
trade. Yeah, man. I mean, it was just tough because I remember when we traded up. The moment traded up, like when the Chiefs trade up, they drafted Mahomes, and I'm there. Well, the Texans, you know how they are. They don't
I
trade
thought we
up.
were gonna
You
end
know?
up with Deshaun Kaiser.
Yeah, eh, they don't do this. This is what they do. They sit back, they watch everyone take the good people, and we end up with something else that we hope to be good, like always. And then the moment they traded up, I literally like everybody from my group chat, shout out to Ernie, Sergio, and Tapia, bro. We were ecstatic because we knew, dude, are we getting Deshaun Watson? Like we knew the answer to it. It was just the question and the hype and his game against the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, my goodness, his first ever start and him running it in for the touchdown was absolutely nuts. Those first, however, what was it, 6 games, 7 games, where he was just absolutely nuts. And
Amazing.
yeah, we lost, but those were the most exciting losses in Texans history. You almost beat the Patriots. You almost beat the Hawks. These are teams that, Super Bowl level teams, and you barely lose to them because of number 4. And it's bittersweet, and it's horrible how this ended up. It's horrible that we have an organization that absolutely is trash, dog shit organization that can't keep your franchise quarterback that we've been waiting for 7 years.
And for those who are blaming Watson, for those who are saying, well, you gave up. I understand where they're coming from as well. But you got to look at the situation that it is. If I'm telling you, Harley, you're going to have a say in who we hire at this place of work.
Okay.
And we don't do that. We say, hey, just to let you know, FYI, we hired this guy.
Okay.
Wouldn't you be mad too?
I would be upset. And it's tough to put it into perspective of Deshaun Watson because we are not that kind of person or player or people, whatever you want to say. As my eyes, I'm like, hey man, my boss, he promised me to be a store manager one day at Sellers when I used to work there as a grocery manager. Well, guess what happened? That didn't end up happening. He ended up leaving for more money, and I ended up getting fired in the next 4 months. That's what ended up happening. So, yeah, I was upset. I was pissed. But to me, that's life. So I see it in two different perspectives.
I see it in two different ones as well. Um, Deshaun's agent has a huge part in this. David Molingetta is a beast at what he, and I really feel like he has convinced that you're gonna make more money and you might have a shot at winning somewhere else. And that hurts, man. That hurts. But then again, can you blame the agent? Um, there was a tweet that said he could potentially get up to $300 million of sponsorship just by going to New York without even playing it down.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Crazy.
He did it with Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey was in Jacksonville, not a big market,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to the LA Rams and you're Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
And Molingetta himself, he's trying to get paid. He makes money off these athletes, and he's a rich man. And now we're looking at a situation where we're not going to have a franchise QB. And now we're in a situation how now we have to look at draft picks and see who David has in this draft picks.
Mm.
I mean, it's tough, and I hate that we have to do this kind of video, man. I hate that 4 or 5 years later we have to be talking about a future without Deshaun Watson. But now we could play devil's advocate, and I've been waiting for you to come on, bro, because I've had an idea.
Tell me.
There's
Shoot.
two of them. I'm gonna give you two. Here's one. Here's a long version.
All right.
Deshaun, you want to go to the Jets? Okay. I need the 2 first-round picks this year and a second-round pick next year. And
Okay.
next year, I want the 2 seconds and the 2 firsts. I do want Quinnen Williams, but I don't think they're gonna do that for Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Now you have 2 first-round picks this year, another second,
Mm.
two next year, and another second next year. And now you have the number 2 overall pick. And now you look at the Detroit Lions. And now you say, look, you are looking for a franchise QB. You have a new head coach. You just said you are looking to move on from Matthew Stafford. I'm going to give you the number 2 overall pick. I want a first round this year, first round next year, and I want Matthew Stafford. And now you've accumulated almost six first round picks, a couple of fours, and a QB who is not washed up yet, a QB who is still good. Everybody knows Matthew Stafford is going to give you about 3,500 to 4,000 yards and 30 plus touchdowns. Hey, that's fine. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's one of your best case scenarios. I really like that.
It's very interesting.
Now, with the hiring of Pep Hamilton, who you said really did help Andrew Luck,
Yes, he
did
did.
amazing things with Justin Herbert.
For sure.
I'm looking at Miami now. And if they give me Tua, I want to see what Pep Hamilton could do. You give me that number 3. I might still trade back with the Lions. Maybe not get Matthew Stafford, but I'm damn sure going to be getting Devontae Smith to pair up with Tua.
Ooh. That's interesting, my man. Those are two good scenarios. I think those are one of the best ones that I've heard. I'm being honest with you. Credit for you, man. Uh, getting the so to dissect the first scenario, getting Matthew Stafford, getting what will be the 7th overall pick in the Detroit Lions, and hey, now you have the card of whether you want to keep it if you like somebody, or you can also trade down again. I
Yep.
say they probably keep it, depending on who's there, of course. But most likely, you probably keep the 7th overall pick. But having a Matthew Stafford, yeah, he's going to be taking up. I don't know how much money he makes. I have to look at cap space as
I
well.
can look
And
at
we
it right now.
know, Yeah, but I mean, you know that JJ is going to be gone, so there's some cap space up there. You know that a lot of these players that are behind Deshaun Watson, they're going to be looking at the door as well. I mean,
Oh,
a lot of these players don't, from what we know, don't seem like they are happy, and it doesn't take rocket science to make a conclusion out of that. The players are not happy that Deshaun Watson has requested a trade. They're going to be leaving with him, so you're going to have a lot of cap space. Getting Matthew Stafford, he's 32 years old. Mm, it's not a bad idea. I don't know. Matthew Stafford is going to be a guy that wants to win now. And look, he doesn't have a no trade clause or anything, but I don't know if this is exactly the best situation for him. But it's a really good scenario to dissect number two. Now, I
and
like that
before
one
I
more.
let you go, I'm sorry to cut you
Go
off.
ahead.
He's only going to be making 27 mil.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. Interesting. So, hmm, that is
That's
very.
not bad, man.
It's not
27 mil.
because yeah, I played whenever, well, however many years ago. So that's easy. That's not a bad idea.
And
It
he's a
really
good
is.
quarterback. I'm not
Yes,
gonna
it is.
I'm not gonna sit here and say he's gonna be MVP, but
No,
he could be a top 10 quarterback
he's a
easily.
gunslinger. He throws a lot of touchdowns. Yeah, he's gonna throw some interceptions, but he's at that point where I'm gonna trust him to make the pass. Of course, he's 32. He knows what he's doing. I mean, get him the right weapons. Make sure you build the offensive line. Make sure you build the defense through the draft and roll with it. It's not a bad scenario. Scenario two, though, liking scenario two, and a lot of people really just hate on Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know why. I really don't.
It's because you see that it was kind of hard, man, to beat Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you got to take into account this dude did get a freaking hip replacement.
I understand that. In all respect to it, this man played how many games? Seven? Eight? Maybe 9 games? 7 to 9 games. And yes, hit replacement. Look, when Josh Allen came to this league, the dude was a bust. Like,
Yep.
let's be real. The dude was 32nd in completion percentage in back-to-back years, and all of a sudden, he's over here looking Patrick Mahomes-esque, regardless of how he played in the playoffs. I'm talking regular season. Third in completion percentage with a guy like Brian Dowd. If I'm getting to a young quarterback, and it seems like Pep Hamilton knows how to work with young quarterbacks, regardless of how great Andrew Luck was. Andrew Luck was a special quarterback. You also got Herbert, who is a very controversial pick. Was he going to be the guy for the Chargers? A lot of people were unsure about it. And he looks like the dude for the LA Chargers. So, Pep Hamilton, Tua, I'm excited about that. With picks, potentially get Devontae Smith or trade down, get a few more picks, and pick up somebody either defensively, offensive line, whatever you want to do with it. That is not a bad idea just because of the name Pep Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at so he played 9 games, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions,
Mm-hmm.
add, added 3 rushing yards on the ground. Had a 52.6 QBR. It's not good. It's not great. Dude's a rookie, right? You can't really. And plus, he had to learn how to freaking walk again. Like he
Yeah.
went through some traumas. Um, Tua with Pep Hamilton and Josh McCown, I like.
I do too. I'll be excited about
I,
that.
I, I, I'll I'll be excited. And now you have the third overall pick, and you can have a plethora of guys. I mean, what? You have the you have Atlanta who needs a quarterback.
Yep.
I mean, what can you get out of Atlanta to just jump one spot ahead of you? You know,
Yeah, we've seen it before. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but we've seen it before where someone's just switched a spot and they got a boatload of
I mean, it
picks.
happened
Or
with Chicago and 49ers.
that's
You
what
know,
it
you
was.
know.
There we go. That's who it was. I knew it was recent. But yeah, I mean, we've seen it before happen in the NFL. It's nothing crazy we're talking about here.
We've heard trades. We've heard Carolina. I don't think Carolina has enough assets to
Nah.
give us. I mean, if you give me DJ Moore and CMC, I'll consider it. Um,
Eh, eh. Give me Brian Burns instead.
I mean, I don't know who. I
I
mean, I
agree.
think it's either going to be New York or Miami.
I
Um,
think so.
and then you have to put the possibility of, hey man, what if Cully gets him to stay?
Well, now
Would you be all right? Okay, okay. Oh yes. Would you be okay with Deshaun staying?
a lot of people gonna be changing up their tunes if he comes out and stays. Yes, of course. Why the hell? I do not wish Deshaun Watson to leave. I do
Yeah.
not wish that whatsoever. I am not the fans going, Deshaun needs to request a like, how can you wish ill on your own team, bro? Like, we are Houston Texan fans. How can you wish ill on them? I do not wish nothing bad on my team. Like,
Yeah.
that's just, it's unforeseeable for me. But regardless, if Deshaun Watson comes back to the Houston Texans and he goes, you know what, guys, I think I changed my mind. Hey, how you doing, buddy? let come on back. Let's roll with it. Let's get you a defense. Let's help the O line a little bit. Let's go be Super Bowl contenders. Let's go legendary, like you said. Let's go be legendary.
Yeah, man. But I just think he's gone.
I think so too. I mean, don't. I mean, I don't want to get people's hypes up, hopes
Yeah.
up. I mean, but he's gone. You don't
The
request a
fan in
trade and then,
me, the fan in me,
yeah.
does not want to lose Deshaun Watson.
Me neither, man.
The
I'm gonna miss.
content creator me,
Yeah.
trade him, mock drafts, free agency. Here I come.
I already got 3 videos set up with a bunch of details of trace um, mock drafts already. Just taking a look at man. I'm the content creator, like you said, in me as well is excited.
And before I let you go, I just want to say something. Shout out to Patrick Storm. Shout out to James from Texas Unfiltered. Shout out those guys at South Sports. They're doing a great job. Texas thoughts as well. You're about to see us start pushing. You're about to see us going up and getting up there. Um, it's our time now.
It's about damn time.
About damn time.
We got a podcast. I can't wait. I'm excited, man. It's time to push. It's time to get it going. Time to take it
Love it.
to 100.
Let's do it. Let's join these because I feel like they're like right there, right? I feel like we're
Yeah.
we're just we gotta break down that barrier, man. But anyway, this has been a banger. I'm Ruben. This is Harley, the lead. Let us know what y'all think of this crazy, crazy day.